How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Just give it a couple more minutes. Let everybody come in. Let everybody come in. Hello, you guys. How you guys doing? Just give it a couple more seconds, all right? A couple more minutes. Let a couple more people come in. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Share it to people. All right. Just give it a couple more minutes, you guys. A couple more minutes. A few more seconds, I mean. Alright, you guys, make sure you guys get your questions ready, okay? So I want to make this quick little video about know what stock to choose before the market opens out of all the ones that are moving. Basically, that's what I'm about to talk about today. That's going to be the subject. Know what stock to choose from the top 5 that are trending, for example. Okay, you guys? So make sure you guys get your questions ready for that. After I do my little lesson, I will go back or you guys go ask me the questions after that. All right, you guys, so let's get into it, you guys. So again, today I'm about to make this video talking about what stock to choose before the market opens or right after the market opens. Okay, you guys? So okay, you guys, so basically I do a scan to see what stocks are moving and what stocks are up pre-market time. So for example, I'm in Standard California time, no, Pacific Standard California time. So the market for me opens at 6:30 in the morning. Pre-market opening is at 6 in the morning. But see, I'm up like around 5:30. Around 5:30, you guys, I go to the stock bot, on the Discord app, and I go to the IP equal, I think it's all. You guys could go there and you guys will be able to see it. And I scan them, you guys. I scan them and I find them all there. So give me a second. Oh, I go to the iPop as well. And I scan them and they're all there and they all come up. And I go down every single one, you guys. I go down every single one on both of them because I go to it's the iPop S equal all and it's the iPop, that's the other one. So there's total of 2 of them that I use. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, here's the other one right here. I'm using them right now. You see that? So those are the 2 ones that I use, and I go through every single one, you guys, usually like the top 6 of every single one to see which one has high volatility, high volume, and it has to be over 10% pre-market time. That is the key. It has to be over 10% pre-market time, you guys. When it's over 10% pre-market time, my mentor taught me that it's a high possibility that she will go another 10% as soon as the bell opens. So I do the stock bot, okay, and you guys saw the keys codes that I just entered there, so you guys could see them yourself, okay. And from those, I go through every single one. I search every single one, okay, before the market opens, and I'm talking about 5:30 in the morning, okay, because the market opens around 6:30 for me, 6 o'clock. So I go through every single one, and every single one that has more than 10% growth, I put it on my list, you guys. And here's my list. Look, this is my journal that I have, and as you can see, look, every single one has a list. Look at that, every page, every page. Every page. You see that? Every page. Every page. You see that? Every page. Every page, you guys. And I have one for every single day, you guys. And the reason I do that because every single day it's a new day for the market, you guys. It's a new day for stocks. You know, not a stock that will go supernova or make a very good move today doesn't mean it's gonna make it tomorrow. So again, every single day, you guys. So that's what I do. Now every single one that has over 10%, right? I put it on my list. Okay. Now if it has, let's say, more than 40, 30, or maybe more than 40, 30%. I look more depth into it, more deep into it, and I'm trying to find out the reason why it's up that much. If it's up more than 60%, 50%, 40%, I try to make some research and try to find out what's the catalyst behind it that has moved the stock that much already after hours or pre-market time. You see what I'm saying? So now that could give me a little bit more of a confidence to be able to play the stock according to how it performs. So that's what I do. Second, okay? So now, third, what I do right here, you guys, I keep track of the stock as it's getting closer to the opening bell. I keep track of the stock as it's getting closer to the opening bell. Okay? So I keep track of the price. I keep track of the volume as it's getting closer to the opening bell. Okay? And now let's say I'm looking at 5 of them, all right? From those 5 of them, all right? From those, let's say 6 o'clock to 6:30, those 30 minutes, right? I analyze those 5 top stocks that I'm looking at, and I'm looking at them according to them be able to hold the high of pre-market and the volume of pre-markets. As they're getting closer to the bell, there's probably about 1, 2, or 3 left. As the bell opens, before the bell opens, as you guys saw my papers right now, as before the bell opens, I write down every single stock that I'm looking at from those top 5, and I write down what is the high volume pre-market and what is the high price pre-market. Okay, you guys? And the reason is because I'm keeping track of them. And they're sorting themselves out. So I'll be able to choose the right one with the bell rings. And with the bell rings, you guys, they will sort themselves out according to the price and volume. If they're able to maintain the volume, the price is going to be able to maintain. And the volume will be able to increase after pre-market, then the price will increase as well. All right. So when I find out, look, from this top 5, this is the 1 or the 2 that I'm looking at. From those 2, then I look for an opportunity for me to get in. I usually never get in at the first candle, and the candle that I'm talking about is the 5-minute chart. I usually don't get in within those 5 minutes. Usually after those 5 minutes. So the 6th, the 7th, or the 8th minute, that second 5-minute candle at the 5-day chart is where I get in according to how the first one plays out. And I get in and I keep writing it. But before I get in, I check out resistance. I check out support so I can see where I'm at the chart and how far I'll be able to go according to the chart and be able to see how much potential I'll be able to take. Because if I see that my potential is not going to be that high for my risk, I don't take the trade. Okay, or if I know the stock is too overcrowded according to the volume, I don't overtrade it as well. Okay, where do you look for the pre-market volume? There's several like Stockmaster, Fidelity, Yahoo Finance, I think Robinhood as well. There's a couple. You just have to look for them. Okay, so that's what I do. Again, I sort them out. Pre-markets, as they're getting closer to the bell, I'm able to sort them out according to the price, according to the volume. If they're able to maintain the volume, if they're able to maintain the price, or for example, pre-market, let's say we're looking at a stock, pre-market is at $1, that's the high, right? Pre-market, then when the bell rings, it drops a little bit from $1, let's say, to 95 cents. So it dropped a little bit pre-market, and you notice the volume dropped as well. So that's what you got to keep control of. You got to keep track of the volume too, because the volume will fluctuate according to buyers and sellers. But I don't want to get into detail into that. but you got to keep control of the volume as well. So when it drops, right, then when it moves back up, that's what you're gonna see. Okay, if the high pre-market was $1, it opened up, it dropped to 95 cents. And as you notice, 5 minutes, 10 minutes after the bell, she goes back up to $1. That's pre-market high. She breaks pre-market high, and she keeps riding it into a newer high. You see what I'm saying? So basically, you guys, that's what I do. I basically sort the stocks out. So I'm looking at 10. From those 10, when it's maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes before the opening bell, I end up having about 3, 2, maybe 4 tops. And when the bell opens, according to pre-market high, the volume, according to how it fluctuates, I'm able to sort out the right one. Now, sometimes, you guys, there are times, especially right now in the market, that I'm waiting 10, 15, 20 minutes. You could tell my students, and I take no trades. Or sometimes for that whole hour in the morning when I'm trading with my students, I take no trades. I just take an option trade because I see more of an easy opportunity, honestly, because options are a little bit more easier than they are to day trades. Okay, so that's how I do it, you guys. That's how I sort them out. Again, I don't get into the first candle at the 5-minute chart. So the first 5 minutes I don't trade. After the 5 minutes I trade according to the how it moves, the 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes. Because a lot of students, I mean, not only students, I don't want to say my students, but a lot of traders, what they do is that as soon as the bell rings, they get in. You know, and that's a big mistake that a lot of amateurs, man, you can't be doing that. Just getting in as soon as the bell opens. So that's what I do, you guys, to be able to sort them out. Again, I go to the stock bot pre-market. I put in the codes, 2 different codes. It tells me which stocks have the highest growth potential, pre-market, and volatility, and volume. I'll write those down, and as it gets closer to the bell, I sort them out according to price and volume. And when the bell rings, usually it's about 1 or 2 that are left standing, and from those I look for a decent pullback after the 5 minutes, and I find what strategy according to support and resistance and what pattern is giving me for me to play for that stock. So right, you guys, if you guys could give it a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. I hope you guys learned something about being able to understand what stock to trade pre-market before the bell rings and be able to sort them out. Okay, share this video, give it a thumbs up, you guys. If you guys are not subscribers, please subscribe. All right, so look, you guys, now I'm about to answer a couple questions to see if you guys have a couple questions for me. Okay, if not, I'm about to let you guys go. So let me know, you guys. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to see if you guys have any questions. Okay. Is it? Is it messing up? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You guys have any questions, though? Any questions for me? No? Any questions, you guys? Before I let you guys go? No? Okay, going once, going twice. No, no questions. Okay, you guys. So I'm about to let you guys go, okay? All right, you guys have a good night. Bye-bye.